Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be customizing something with my posca pens. And yes, I have more, just wait. So guys, if you don't know what a posca pen is, don't worry, I'll explain, just let me pick one out. They're basically water-based acrylic paint pens, and it explains all about them on the side if you know you can read Japanese. After you've absorbed all that good information, a couple more things about them. You have to shake them to activate them. There's a little ball inside that mixes up all the paint, and they come in a couple different sizes. The size, I have two sizes. There's a smaller one, which is PC3M, and then I'm trying to find the size for the larger one, but it was not anywhere I looked on those markers, and trust me, I looked all over those markers, and finally I decided to go check the box out, and it said right on the side, PC5M. Both of these nibs are reversible, which I haven't had to do yet, but I might do in the future. Now that we've have everything handy-dandily organized, let me show you what I'll be customizing. Voila! My Instax Mini 9. We'll be taking these and put them on there. Okay, now that you guys got the basic game plan of the whole thing, it's time to remove this little tail, which, guys, it took me forever and a pencil to try to get this thing off, but it was pretty satisfying when I finally did. So here she is, tailless. She's all cleaned up. I'm gonna have to tape up the places that should not get paint on them, like the flash and that weird little eye spot that you're looking at the back. I don't know what it's called. So here she is all taped up, ready to go with that beautiful green tape. I'm just gonna sketch a quick idea of what I'm gonna be doing on the sides. It's pretty basic, simple. I don't really need this, but I guess it's just a general guide. So I started picking out the colors that I was gonna use for my design, and I ended up picking 3 of the colors with a small nib, and 1 of them was the big nib, which is kind of a dilemma, because it's kind of hard to draw on a big surface with a small nib, but hey, I chose it. Starting in here with the first strokes of the whole piece, it was pretty good doing the first coat because there's nothing to scratch off underneath, but it gets worse later. So I finished the first coat of the light pink, and it's looking pretty shaky to tell you the truth. I tell you, I had a lot of trouble with that light pink coat. Just a lot of scratching the paint off on the second or third layer and just not laying down thick enough. Thick enough. Going into this project, I was pretty confident that I could make something good. I knew I just had to keep going at it and not give up, even when it looked really bad, you know, with the streaks and the smears. Just add another coat and eventually it will turn out better. I had seen this trend kind of going around YouTube, TikTok, you know. I guess it was just my turn to try. And if you guys have any comments on the finished piece or suggestions for future videos, leave it down in the comments below and I'll be sure to check it out. On to the final color now, and if you guys noticed, it's really, really wet. There's just a lot of paint coming out of this big nib, and I guess it's kind of a good thing that most of them were small nibs because it was just like trying to paint with too much paint. So this was after completing coat 1 and 2. It's looking pretty good, but I want to add coat 3. So, you know, try to get rid of those last little scratchy marks and smears. Man, I gotta tell you guys, me and this pink had some fights. It just did not want to go on top of each other. It would just scratch off the coat beneath it and start revealing the blue camera, and it just, here's an example of what it did. And I know you guys might be thinking, but there's nothing there, but it was way more noticeable in real life. All in all, I have to say, it doesn't look too bad on camera, but in person it looks a little worse. Right now, I'm just adding glossy, you know, reflections on the drips and shadows just to try to make them pop out a bit more. I'm not quite sure if it worked, but I did try. And then just for a last touch, I'm adding these blue sprinkles. I had this blue that matched the camera so perfectly, so it just kind of ties the whole theme together, you know, the blue sprinkles. I thought it looked really good. So here's how it looks. I'm extremely happy with it, but wait, there's the back to do. So let's start this whole process all over again, and starting with the pink. The first coat on the back side went down pretty well. It was easier, I think, because it was just plain, straight, flat back, whereas the front had the curves of the lens and such. So, yeah, this was much easier and just kind of much more enjoyable to do. I also added some drops as if they had already fell from the drips. I don't know what the substance is. Let's say it's ice cream. Don't ask me why there's ice cream dripping down a camera, okay? I don't come up with these things. Oh wait, it did. Getting close to the end here, just adding a few touch-ups around, you know, just kind of smoothing everything out. And I'm starting in on the reflections of the drips. It was a little difficult because the light pink shadow was the peachy pink, and the Pikachu pink shadow was dark brown, but I think it kind of worked out. Another thing is that shadow on the light pink turned out pretty thick. I think the proportions here are a little bit off, but what can I say? It's ice cream dripping down a camera. Now I just gotta get in here and add the reflections with the white pen, which is just a blob with a little blob on top. You know, it works. It really hits that cartoony blobbish look I'm going for. Now I just have to add the finishing sprinkles and we're almost done. So, ta-da! Here it is. Here's what it looks like with the beautiful green tape attached. The back, it looks good too, but, you know, let's get that green tape off. Are you guys ready for a very aesthetic moment here? Okay, so now that I got all the green tape off, I'm starting to see a lot of places where I need to touch up and, you know, add a couple little things in. But first I need to erase all the little pencil marks that were around, which shouldn't be there. Now I'm just adding the little finishing touches in, you know, around the edges where it was really rough looking, just adding the finished, you know, smooth look. Hi guys, so here's how it looks, but there's one more step. Mod Podge, because I don't want any of this stuff scraping off, so I'm just going to add a couple layers of Mod Podge. Don't worry, it won't take that long, at least on camera. It took me a little while in person, but just watch our aesthetic brush strokes.
So soothing to the eye, so soft.
Okay, that was kind of weird. Just enjoy. Oh, hey there again. Guys ready to see the finished product? Here it is, all Mod Podged, ready, dried. Nice and thick coat on top. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Comment down below what you think. Squessy, out.